Hey, good morning, Dawson. How are you? This is Jeff from Headstrong. Wanted to talk about campaign that Dawson down in Florida State is doing for the Headstrong Foundation. And I want to introduce you to Dawson, let him tell a little bit about his story, how he got involved. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Dawson, to talk about who you are and what you got going on down in Florida.
Yeah, hey Jeff, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Um, my name is Dawson Allen. I am 22 years old. I'm a senior at FSU and I play club lacrosse there. My mom passed away February 2nd of 2018. So it was kind of just as the semester was getting started for me. I was going back and forth a lot from Fort Lauderdale, where we call home, in Tallahassee up at school. And basically how I got connected with Headstrong was I'd been at home in Fort Lauderdale for a little bit, and I came back up to Tallahassee. And being the president of the club program, I came back to basically a ton of emails. So I started kind of trying to sort through some things. And one of the emails that coach had forwarded me was from Jeff, and it was from Headstrong. And I started to read about it, and I was familiar with the organization from the past, but obviously this time I read through the page in a new light, and kind of going through Nick's story again, seeing the wide range of the impact that the organization has had. It just kind of started pulling on my heartstrings, really, because walking through that, it can be difficult to kind of try and find motivation to get back into the swing of things. It can be tough to feel motivated to go to school or, try and take care of all your makeup work that you missed time for and that sort of thing. But lacrosse had been the one thing that I was excited to get up and do. And being able to attach something that I'm passionate about as an individual to kind of this greater cause that, gives me a sense of connectedness. And, it's been therapeutic for me to know that I'm playing this game and it's meaningful to me, sure, but it's about something so much bigger than myself, and it motivates me and it challenges me and gives me an opportunity to use the platform that I have, even if it's not the biggest, to help people. So that's kind of how I got connected with Headstrong.
That's really cool, and I'm sorry to hear about your mother. I mean, your story resonated with me because as a college junior at St. Joe's University, when I was playing, I lost my mom. Same situation during the season, so I can totally understand the challenges of handling your schoolwork, still doing the sport that you love, and just being a person to your friends and family. What would you say your reaction has been from your friends, family, teammates, community on what you're doing?
Yeah. I would say immediate friends and family have been super supportive, because they're with you. They're on the other end of phone calls. They're sitting with you while you cry. They're helping you get motivated. They're helping you get back into the swing of things with life. And to see something that's so life-giving in a time that can feel so dark and so challenging, they've been all for it and super supportive of it. I've had family sending it out to their different corporate environments at work. Some of my friends and roommates up at school have been the most supportive. They share the campaign, like once or twice a week on their Facebook or Twitter and stuff like that. Because those people, they know how close to home it hits for you and how much the game of lacrosse means and how much it means to connect to something bigger than yourself. And then what's been cool is to see how positive people that, I've never met have been. I've had plenty of people reach out to me on Twitter, fans of various MCLA schools, random people on Facebook, players, just tons of people reaching out and saying, hey, You know, and it doesn't have to be anything profound, but they just reach out and say, hey, man, good luck with the season. We're proud of you. We know what you're going through. We're with you, kind of thing. And it's cool to see how meaningful something like this can be, you know, because it often feels isolating. You can feel like you're alone, but doing something like this really gets you connected to the people around you and people all over that, you know, I might not ever really have a chance to meet face to face, but you know, I know that I'm doing something meaningful that could have a positive impact on their life.
That's really cool. It's really cool. And I noticed that one of your favorite players, Tom Schreiber, retweeted your page, which is probably pretty cool in itself. It's the amazing world of social media, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, so what do you have left in the season? Tell us a little bit about that, and you know, with Florida State.
Yeah, so it's been a pretty crazy year this far. Started out with a win, had a tough loss against a good South Carolina team who's been climbing in the polls. Then we went on a little bit of a run, got some quality wins, and then just last week I actually ended up missing some time with a knee injury. So we went out to Texas, and I had to come home to start doing rehab for the knee, getting MRI results and stuff like that. Fortunately for me, I'm trying to rehab through this week and hopefully be back for Auburn next weekend is the goal. But you know, we're in a pretty good spot still to make the national tournament after two tough losses over the weekend in Austin to BYU in Texas. But we had a little bit of time off to kind of take care of some injuries, get some rest, and we'll come back. We'll start up against Auburn. And then we play all the Florida teams that are in the SELC, and we have a tough game up in Athens against Georgia. So feels like the season's just getting started, and it's a bummer to miss some time. But you know, even going through rehab and walking through that and having to miss time, it would have been easy if I didn't have this to kind of you know, turn into myself and kind of give up on the season. But you know, having this foundation and having something to motivate me to make it more than about myself, you know, has been kind of a driving factor for me getting through rehab and kind of remaining hopeful throughout an injury. So I'm looking forward to getting back and playing, and the goal is to play again against Auburn. So I'm looking forward to that.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for all your work, and we look forward to seeing more donations come in through your hard work and impacting people all over the country with the families we support. So please keep in touch, and everybody, we will have a link to Dawson's page in the comments of this video. So thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Really appreciate it, man, and I appreciate everything you guys are doing through the organization.